Hello. Oh, I hope my hand might be in the way. The way my phone is set up, it's really weird. Okay. I am almost to the bottom of my road. Hi, if you're new here, I am Mare. I am vlogging today because I have a lot to talk about. And I have not been wearing makeup in weeks. And I love it. Honestly, love it. Love it. Don't need it. Don't want it. Don't want to wear it. I probably will for World Goth Day on Wednesday, just so you know. But I'm going to do an old school goth look that day, I think. I don't think I'm going to, I don't know. I always say that, then I do something crazy. Anyway, if you're new here, hello, welcome. I am in Mad Moxie, my purple Jeep Rubicon. I'm burping because I just drank a bunch of water. I'm pre-hydrating. Oh, I gotta do some pre-workout when I get home. So it is Monday, it is 9:35, and I am on my way to a dentist appointment. Yay! Nothing like being out of town for 8 days. Oh my God. Okay. I was out of town for 8 days. I went to Michigan to see my dad. He's 94. I surprised him and bought him one of those ottomans that folds out into a bed because he told me that he was having trouble getting upstairs at night. He has a stair lift, but he still was like, it's exhausting just trying to go up there and everything. So some days he said he's too tired to just try and go up the stairs, even though he has a chairlift. So, you know he old. And he's allowed to be that tired at 94. I tell him, I'm like, Dad, don't apologize. Oh my God, I got to get my car washed. Sorry. After driving to Michigan and back and not washing my car, the dead bugs all over my windshield are insane. Insane. Oh my God, they're never coming off. Anyway, I'm stuck with it now. It is what it is. Anyway, so I surprised him with a chair ottoman. He's like telling me about it over last weekend. Not this weekend, the weekend before, Mother's Day weekend. So it was nice to spend Mother's Day weekend with my dad since my mom passed away a couple years ago. So it's kind of a sad day for both of us. And honestly, I could not stand the thought of him just sitting in our house with my mom's memorial and stuff on Mother's Day. And all of my brothers and all of my nieces and nephews who have kids, oh my God. I know, looking at me and be like, my brothers are all grandparents, although they're a lot older than me, to be fair. If I had a kid, they'd only be like 18 now or something, unless I had a kid way too soon. But I couldn't have kids, by the way. Didn't want to, couldn't. There's a big turkey walking. Oh, hi, big turkey. Big turkey in that yard. Not a wild turkey, not a pet turkey. Wild turkey just walking through. I get easily distracted, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. Even if I don't even care if I'm a couple minutes late to my dentist appointment at this point, honestly, you guys. Like, who wants to rush to let me get to the dentist and be there early? No, you're going to drag me there kicking and screaming at this point. I am so tired of going to the dentist. And I still got to get these 2 implants on the bottom. You know, someday when I just have like $5,000 to $6,000 sitting around or falling from the sky. I'm driving through a parking lot, don't worry. I'm driving around the back of some buildings, so if I go like this, it's all right. It's safe. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Is this guy gonna go? I don't know, but I'm going. I should stop at my P.O. box on the way home. I think I will. I haven't done that in a long time. So I'm trying to think of all the stuff I have to do today. So yeah, it was a nice Mother's Day because I spent it with my dad, and it kind of kept our minds off of it, which was really cool. But my brothers, I understand their wives are mothers and now they're grandmothers and everything, but I get mad because it's like everybody forgets about my dad. Like, I was the only one over there all day, and it kind of pisses me off. I don't even think anyone called him or texted him or anything to see how he was. And here's the thing, if you're in my family and you're watching this, all it takes is like a call or a text to say, hey, thinking of you, sending you a lot of love. It's a rough day for all of us. Sorry, I can't be there, whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, something. It's like they all just are like, oh, well, mom's gone, so I don't need to go over there. My dad is stuck in his house by himself. He doesn't drive. He's 94. He's got a memorial to my mom in the room that he hangs out in the family room. where the fireplace is. It's on the fireplace mantle. He built this whole like memorial thing with angel wings. It's really pretty. He's got all her pictures and everything. And he just sits there all day alone, you know, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry, but it's like, you know, your wives and your, like, bring the whole family over to see him, at least for part of Mother's Day. You don't need the entire 24 hours of a day of Mother's Day with your kids and your family. Like, you can't go see my dad. And it's just, I don't know. I guess I've been going to see him a lot, and when I go out to visit, I go and see him every single day, and I stay for hours, like all day with him. Like, not this past Saturday night, but again, the Saturday night before Mother's Day, I stayed until 9 o'clock at night, and I was like falling asleep, and we were trying to watch the Rangers Hurricanes game. I don't really care. But he was excited about it. So I'm like, let me stay and watch hockey with him. And then there were a million commercials. And I'm like, Dad, I gotta go. I couldn't with the commercials anymore. I was like, Dad, this game is never gonna end. And then they ended up tying. And I'm like, he was texting me. I was back at Jamie's because I was in Michigan also dog sitting my friend Jamie's dog, Coco. She's a pit bull. She does not work and play well with others, although her and Casper, so far so good. This was Casper's second trip to Michigan with me, and staying at Jamie's with Coco. I keep them pretty much separated. They'll like see each other in passing, but Coco pretty much avoids him, and I think he knows now. He's reading her really well. He's a little bit older. He's 10 months old now. So Casper is reading Coco really well, and he realizes, like, she doesn't want to play with me. She's maybe not interested. Coco is almost 14-year-old pit bull, and she was found on the streets in Detroit. She clearly had escaped from a dog fighting ring where we think she was a bait dog. She had scars all over her head and her face, and she had a rope around her neck that she had chewed through to escape. And Jamie found her sitting on the church steps of a church on the corner where we used to live in Detroit in Indian Village. So yeah, Coco's like 14 now, or she's gonna be 14 this year, I think. Anyway, so she is a beautiful little white-faced old lady, and she does not do well, obviously, with the potties. She has to have somebody letting her out and everything and checking on her. She's pretty much lost all of her hearing at this point, so her and Casper are on par. They're both deaf, so that works out well for them. And they're reading each other really well, and she knows that he's not going to bother her, and he's not a threat, and she's just too old to be bothered with, you know, any other dogs. But she's always been very dog reactive. So Coco's a good only dog. This is why, in case you're wondering, why do I go all the way to Michigan to watch my friend's dog? Why doesn't he have someone dog sit, blah, blah, blah. He does have one friend who can take her and have her stay at the house and watch her, but he doesn't like to do that a lot if he doesn't have to. We like Coco to stay at home where she's comfortable. So it just works out great because Jamie lives 10 minutes from my dad's house. So Jamie pays me to come out and dog sit and house sit for him, and I take care of his house. I like clean up a little bit. I do the laundry. I like water the plants. I do everything there, and I spend all my time with Coco. And now I take Casper, and we all hang out together. And the cool thing is, Jamie basically just gives me enough for the gas, you know, not quite as much for the gas money if the prices are really up there, but it pretty much covers my gas money out there. And that's only, it would, if I had I'd make money if I had a fuel efficient car, but no, I have this big ass Jeep. That's a gas guzzler. It's about to be more of a gas guzzler when I get the roof rack put on Wednesday. But the roof rack is coming, and then I can go kayaking. And I have to order Casper's life jacket, and I'm getting him the gray one that has a shark fin on the back. It's gonna be so funny. We're gonna be like on my kayak with him with a shark fin. Shark dog. Oh. So what else is going on? So yeah, I ended up so it's kind of funny how I ended up staying in Michigan longer than expected. It's the longest I've stayed there in like forever. I was there for 8 days. I could have stayed like 11 or 12 days, but my husband was losing his mind without us. I actually felt kind of bad. He's like, what do you mean you're staying? So it's a funny story how that happened. I didn't plan on staying as long as I did. I stayed like 2 extra days. And so I was going to stay 6 days, and I stayed like basically 8 days, kind of. Well, the last day was driving. The first and last day were driving. But I was still there. You know, I was still like there, and then there a half a day when I got there. And I didn't leave like ridiculous. I mean, I left early in the morning, but I didn't leave like as stupid early as I sometimes do. Because now the sun comes up earlier, so it's kind of nice. It's nice leaving early and getting on the road and getting home. So a funny thing happened. My husband's like, I'm taking all the time off so you can go to Michigan and see your dad. You won't have to worry about the birds or the dogs, or Casper was with me, but the other 3 dogs are with my hubby. He's like, I'll take care of the fish and the guinea pigs and the chickens and the ducks and everything. And I'm taking the week off working from home. Then the night before Mother's Day, he calls me. Happy Mother's Day to me. Just kidding. It's fine. He says, oh, something came up and now I have to go into work Monday. And I'm like, what? What did we talk about? What did we talk about? And he's like, can you see if Allie can come and check on everybody? Allie's my friend who I farm sit for, if you watch my farm sitting vlogs. So I farm sat for her for 9 days, went over to her house twice a day. And let me tell you, you know, we do that for each other, and it's great because I don't call on her as much as she calls on me, because she goes away like at least 3 times a year, usually 3. She's been going away 3 because her husband's a teacher, and he's a contractor on the weekends and does all this stuff. And he's the one who's doing all the work in my house. He's been at my house the last 2 weekends. 2 weekends? Yeah. So, where was I? Oh, Allie. So my husband Saturday is like, can you text her and see if she can come by? I said, yeah, but it's like short notice. Hello. Like, I'm texting her on Saturday going, hey, you free on Monday? Anyway, I texted her and she's like, you know, if you want to stay, I have no plans this week. She did actually have plans on Wednesday, but it was like she could have gone over to my house and then come back after her plans. But I told her, I'm like, no, you got a lot going on. Don't worry about it. My hubby worked from home on Wednesday. So I ended up staying from Thursday until the following Thursday, which was really cool. It was 7 whole days that it was there, which was amazing. It was really nice. I was still exhausted because I was running around a lot. I was doing a lot with my dad. I was helping him in his garden. I brought a ton of flowers home. It's 12:55. Let's see. Let's talk for a second. I'll remember 13 seconds. Drop a picture in right here. The back of my Jeep was filled with flowers from my dad's yard. He had all these peonies, irises, and daylilies that he wanted taken out. And it was time to actually separate them out a little bit and like break them apart, because they were overgrowing, which is great because hi, I'm a master gardener too. I'm a master gardener in Pennsylvania. I got to get on that. Oh my God. I haven't done any gardening yet this year because I've been running around, and then it's going to be June and we're going to Ireland in a few weeks. 4 weeks, I think we go to Ireland. Holy crap. Okay. Anyway, my brain's exploding. So much is going on. So yeah, April, I went to Michigan. May, I went to Michigan. June, I'm going to Ireland. July, I'm going to Michigan again, and I'm going for longer. Now, I want to go to Hampton Beach, but apparently there's no Hampton Beach girls trip this year with all the YouTubers, which is such a bummer, and I really want to go. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of going in August and just renting a place myself and seeing if Allie wants to come with me, or if any of the girls from Boston want to come down, like Wicked Awesome and everyone. And I'll be like, look, I rented a house. Come on down, throw me some cash, whatever. So if I can save enough money up in June, I will rent a house in July. I'll rent a place in August. So but I need to save enough money. Right now I'm doing pretty good. I'm budgeting, I'm doing pretty good. And honestly, I know, yes, I'm going to Dublin, but I really don't want to buy a lot there. I mean, we'll probably bring some whiskeys home. But I'm going there to see Rammstein again, and we're gonna get some band stuff. But honestly, even that, now I'm on a low buy and I don't want to buy stuff. When I bought one thing for myself, one like purchase in Michigan that was a treat to myself, and it had to do with marking the occasion of Jeremy and I starting a band together again, like doing music together again. While I was in Michigan, I recorded 2 songs with Jeremy. One is completely finished, and I was so proud of it. We did it, we busted the whole thing out in 5 hours on Mother's Day, believe it or not. I'll never forget that we did that song on Mother's Day. It's so crazy. He went to hang out with his mom for a while, because he didn't want to get the mom guilt trip. So he hung out with her, he mowed the lawn, he did a bunch of stuff, and then by 2:30 he was at Jamie's. I went to my dad's, and I said, Dad, I gotta go because it's the only day Jeremy and I can really record a lot. And we worked for 5 hours. I put stuff on my Instagram if you go check. There was stuff in the stories. They might have disappeared unless I highlighted them somewhere, I'm not sure. But it was really exciting. So Monday morning I woke up. The first thing I did when I woke up Monday morning was listen to what we recorded, and I got goosebumps, and then I sat in bed with Casper in the guest room and actually started crying because I was so happy. I mean, I was crying from happiness for once. For the first time since I think before 2020, which is pretty sad. Thanks, pandemic. Thanks, everyone ruining the way it was handled. Don't get me started. I very much disagree with they did so much wrong that if this ever happens again and they pull this shit again, I think it should be anarchy. I think we should do an all-out revolt and anarchy. Like, everything was done so slapdash, half-ass, backwards. I'm like, put me in office and let me run this pandemic bullshit, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. They literally took and ruined people's lives, and I will stand by that. And to this day, I am still, me and a lot of other people are still recovering from the way they handled that whole thing. Like, mentally, the way they set back mental health in this country of people who are already struggling. And yeah, I know you need to protect people's health. There's a balance. There's this balance. You can't go, well, we have to protect everyone's health, so we're going to take away all the mental health support and all of the things that help people with their mental health for like a year and a half. That almost destroyed me, you guys. And it did destroy, I talked about it in another video. In my Cancel Me video where I kind of ranted, I actually cut it out of that video. But the best man at my husband and mine's wedding, our best man actually unalived himself because he was struggling with a lot of problems. And then the pandemic happened and he lost all his support. He lost his whole social circle that was keeping him afloat. And yeah, his ex-wife got a call from the police and she said, is he gone? And they said, yeah, how did you know? She's like, I could see it coming. It was like horrible. And it was my husband's last like real friend from his 20s, from that era, 20s and 30s. His last friend. And yeah, Bobby didn't die from COVID, but it killed him nonetheless. So, there you go. And it could have happened to a lot more of us. But, I mean, I struggled so bad. I went and got help, and I went to a doctor because I was in such a deep depression. And by the end of 2020, I would just curl up. I remember laying in my yard. I went out my backyard, and I curled up on my side in a ball on the ground in the dirt and just cried. That's how bad a shape I was in that year. From like losing, as my doctor said when I went to see her, I finally got to see my doctor in November of 2020, and she said, you lost your entire support system. You lost everything that was keeping you going. You lost everything that was keeping you happy. And I remember telling my husband and my friends and everything that I went to the doctor, and she basically said, you are in a severe depression. I remember calling Jeremy, and he goes, oh my God, it's about time. You have been clinically depressed for like the whole year. Like ridiculously clinically depressed. So, and my husband hugged me, and he's like, I'm so glad you finally went and got help. That's how bad it was. I don't talk about it much, but it was bad. So anyway, don't want to talk about all the bad stuff anymore. I want to talk about what's good. What's good is that Allie went and took care of my house. So I was able to stay in Michigan longer. I was able to start doing music again. I'm going back to Michigan a lot more, not just to see my dad, but because every month I'm trying to go back once a month to record more with Jeremy and to do more music. And we are working on it long distance, but then I'm going to go there. And when I go there, we're going to try to record 2 to 3 songs at a time, write and record. So it's very exciting. I'm so happy. We're having such a good time. And yeah, I cried because I was so happy. And I listened to that. I'm like, we did that. And it's the first time I think in forever I told Jeremy on the phone before I left. I called him. I said, I love you, man. I love you so much. We kicked ass. And he said, I love you too. And I'm like, I'm getting all like choked up. Jeremy and I never say I love you. I mean, we're best friends, but we're not like lovey, like I love you, man. You know, so I didn't I love you, man. I couldn't go I love you because that sounds creepy. I'm like, I love you, man. You kicked ass. We did this. We really did it. And I'm so proud of what we created. I mean, compared to, I look back at all the music we did and it was great. And we were a band. There were like 4 of us in the band and Jamie was the lead singer, but Jeremy and I are like singing lead now. Well, I'm singing lead. I sang lead on the new song. On the second song we are currently working on with lyrics and everything, we're going to record when I go back. The second song, we're both singing lead and we're both singing on the chorus. So we're doing kind of like duet kind of stuff. I think it's kind of like Goth Captain and Tennille. That was my joke. I go, oh my God, we're the Goth Captain and Tennille. But not really. It's not Captain and Tennille at all. It's we wanted to go real old school goth, real old timey. It's very simple. It's drum machine. It's, you know, I'm playing bass. And, well, Jeremy actually played bass on the first song, which was pretty cool. But, yeah, it's very simple. We're not overthinking it. Not a lot of changes. Very earworm, catchy. And I'm so proud of it. And we're still working on the name. I think we have a name. Jeremy picked a name. And I went, I don't know, dude. I only said that because it's French and it's hard to spell. So I shortened it, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet. We're still thinking about it. We're letting it simmer. We're letting it percolate for a little bit. We're letting the name percolate, as Peter Mann would say, percolate. It's percolating. Oh, I just missed all this traffic at this light. I'm going to make it to my dentist with like 2 minutes to spare, honestly. Okay, come on, people. People. Oh my God, maybe 1 minute to spare. So I was so excited at the Michigan trip for that. And then when I got back, it was just so cool because nobody's going to let me in. Nobody's going to let me in. They got to let me in. This light's red. They can't go anywhere. Ha ha, suckers. So I got back and it was funny because I had talked to my friend Allie, you know, about dog sitting, and she came and checked on my dogs for me like every day the last few days I was gone and all. So that was very cool. And then what was I gonna say? She was like, we should go to the gym together. And I'm like, yeah, we should. And I was like, well, let me do this Michigan trip and then I'll get back and we'll plan on going to the gym and whatever. And she's like, cool. So literally like 2 days after I was back, let's see, I got back on last Thursday, and she texted me on, I think Friday or Saturday. She texted me, she goes, so are we going to the gym next week or what? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, let's do it. So guys, I have a workout partner. I am so excited. I'll tell you the story when I come out of the dentist, and my mouth is probably going to be all numb and I'll be like, blah, blah, blah. I'm just getting one very tiny cavity filled, so it's not that big of a deal. It's a little tiny one in between 2 teeth back here. And I actually had it since last year, but it was like a little shadow and he wasn't sure if it was a cavity. It's super tiny, so he said it'll be really fast, so wish me luck. But I do have to get a stupid shot like up here, which I'll be drilling out the side of my mouth. Okay, I will be right back, and then we're going to talk about the workout in the gym, because look, I am actually wearing my workout clothes. You can't totally see it, but look, workout pants. Oh my God. Does this car make me look fat? I'm at the lowest weight that I've been, though. And I ate a lot of crap in Michigan, but I'm at the lowest weight I've been. Okay, I'm going to go in. I will be right back. Oh my God, I love my dentist. They have the pet collective on the whole time, so I get to watch cute dogs and pets. Oh, there's a raccoon knocking over a bird waterer. It makes going to the dentist not so sucky when there's cute animals. I'm done. This whole side of my mouth is kind of numb, so yeah. I feel a little drooly, but I'm good. So, cavities filled, next cleaning scheduled in October on the 15th, which is interesting. I have to, I might be in Michigan then, so I might have to reschedule that. But I need to work out my next Michigan trips. I'm not sure when I'm going in June. Okay, let's turn this air down. Holy crap. It was really warm when I got in the car. Anyway, woo, that was a journey. That took literally like almost an hour for the fillings. There were actually 2 cavities. Shame on me, 2 cavities. But in my defense, we've been watching them for like about a year because they were really small and they were up like back here. Anyway, there were 2 little ones. They were like side by side, so it was kind of like a twofer. But oh my God, my jaw is sore. It was like really like holding my mouth open, like my jaw open for like 45 minutes, and now I just feel all drooly. And I want to go to the gym about 1. So I'm going to see if Allie wants to go to the gym. Well, maybe between 12 and 1. I'm still like kind of, well, this is definitely still numb. I just don't want to be at the gym and feel weird. Like, I want to be like biting my tongue and, 80 eastbound road work. But it's in New Jersey, so after New Jersey line, expect delays. Well, I'm not going that far, thankfully. But, oh my God. My jaw is so sore right now. I'm just making weird faces. Seriously, I feel like... Oh, also, I was like back like this in the chair because of the angle he had to have me on. So I felt like I was in one of those inversion chairs for like 45 minutes. It took me a few minutes to actually sit up. Ooh, everything's just a little sore. There was a lot of like pushing and shoving and moving things around up here in my face. So I think I'm going to be a little sore. Not bad, but anyway, my dentist is awesome. I swear he is like a perfectionist. He, at least 3 times, it was like bite down, grind back and forth, bite down, grind back and forth. He's like, nope, I'll smooth it out. Nope, want to even it out a little bit more. I'm a perfectionist, and we can sense our own. I can tell the way he works that he's a total perfectionist, which I appreciate. Because if there's something you want a perfectionist to be, it's your dentist. You don't want somebody just throwing in a filling and going, okay, cavity's gone, you're good, get out of here, whatever, you know. You don't want to do that. You want to go to somebody who's really good, and he is really good. Oh, God. Seriously. I think my mouth's going to be a little sore today. Where was I? So I was talking about Allie and I going to the gym. So we are going to the gym today. In fact, I sent her a text and I was like, I am wearing my workout clothes at the dentist because I want to be able to just go home. I need to check on my birds, my chickens, my ducks. I need to give them, well, they have their water. I have a bucket of feed already set up, so I need to go give them their feed for the afternoon and their water, and they should be all set, and then I can just go to the gym. So I do want to wait. Maybe I got about a half an hour drive home, and then it's going to be about a half an hour just to I want to see the dogs. And I got to make sure I have where did I put that? I need my lock and I need my pass, my little purse over here, but I don't know. I'm going to have to search through this when I get back home. But it's somewhere in my purse. I know I saw it when I was in Michigan, and I'm like, ooh, I really don't need this right now, even though there are retros in Michigan. But I was so busy there. I did take workout clothes with me. The weather when I was in Michigan was terrible. There were really only 2 days that were kind of nice. The other days, it was either really cold and rainy. It was just not a good time, weather-wise, in Michigan. It was a good time. Loved seeing my dad and everything. But anyway, before I had left, I talked to Allie. She came by my house, and she was like, oh my God, I have this gym membership I never used. I got it before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and then I just kind of never got back into it. And she said what happened was she was meeting a bunch of ladies up, and they would do like Zumba and the classes and stuff. And I'm like, I don't do Zumba, okay? Do I look like I do Zumba? I'm not a Zumba person. I did HIIT, the high intensity impact training, and I did, I would do the yoga classes because I'm a yoga teacher, so I would actually like doing the yoga classes sometimes. But when you're a yoga teacher, sometimes you get a little annoyed at other people's classes unless they're your teachers. Like Tracy and Chris and all my yoga teachers, I could go to their classes all day long because I love the way they teach, and obviously, and they taught me. But when I go to somebody I don't know, it's like, am I silently judging their yoga teacher training? It's not a very yoga thing to do. But it's when you've studied to be a yoga teacher, it's interesting to go to somebody else's class. And if it's somebody who like hasn't been doing it a long time, I got my yoga teacher training certificate in 2019. And I absolutely love that I did that. Don't regret it. I love it. Will I get into teaching yoga again? Probably sometime. So I got it in 2019. And then I spent 2019, I got May 2019 was when I graduated. I started in 2018. And I graduated in 2019 because I went through a very intensive, very long class, and I took a bunch of extra classes on top of that. I actually took, did I do restorative or chair? I did chair yoga, so I have a certificate in teaching chair yoga because I really like that. I like teaching and working with people who have mobility issues or older people who might not have good balance and they need to learn, or even working with people who have disabilities or anything where they can't do like a regular class. I love the chair yoga because you can still get so many benefits from it and get all these benefits without having to be like a full-on yogi. So you can do yoga and be in a chair, literally. The chair yoga class was so cool too. We actually had to sit in a wheelchair and like do yoga poses and do things in the wheelchair to feel like what it's like for someone to be doing it. That was interesting because we had to do the thing where like we would have, I remember at one point, Chris took yoga bands and put the band around our side so that you couldn't raise your arm. You only had one arm, so you had to do the yoga poses with only one arm. And there were challenges we had to do like that. One of them was I had my arms like kind of like restricted so that I couldn't lift my arms above my head, and I had to feel what it'd be like to like, how do I talk someone through doing this movement when they can't lift their arms above their shoulders, their hands like very far. So it really gives you a different outlook and a different point of view on, when you're mobile and you can move around and do all this stuff, you get kind of spoiled. You're like, well, what do you mean you can't lift your arm? Like, what do you mean you can't put your arm above your head? What do you mean you can't? Like me, I'm like, what do you mean you can't reach behind your back and do prayer hands behind your back? Because yes, I can do that. And it's mobility issues. And when you're a teacher, you have to realize, like, not everybody can move certain ways. And a lot of things could be invisible. They could be invisible injuries. They could be invisible disabilities. And you really learn that really taught me to not judge people. You don't look at people and judge them because you really don't know what they're going through. Let me tell you, go through yoga teacher training like I did, and you will really, really understand that. that you do not look at people and just assume they can do everything. And you don't look at people and judge what they're doing and how they're moving and how they're doing it, because you just don't know. So that was, and I'm lucky. I just, Chris at Boundless Yoga, shout out in Stroudsburg. She is just amazing. If you ever have a chance to train with Chris Lobisak at Boundless Yoga in Stroudsburg, take it, because she is absolutely incredible. She's a great person. She's an amazing teacher. I can't even say like enough good things about her. She's amazing. Everybody who teaches there is. I mean, she doesn't have anybody who teaches there who isn't like wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can, you know what? Yeah, I'll go this way. I was going to go the scenic route, but I'm going to go this way. Why are there a bunch of cops parked on the grass? They're like, oh, I think they're working with the construction guys to set up like, so people slow down. They're like, see them back there? They're like on the median, kind of. It's weird. I was just looking, I'm like, was there an accident? Why are there cops like in the middle of the field? Like, there's like a big field there. So what was I saying? Yoga. Oh, so yeah, before the pandemic, I was teaching so much. That Chris was like, don't burn yourself out. And she took me aside and she's like, I know you love doing this and you're really excited, but don't burn yourself out. Well, I'm glad I did all I did, because the pandemic burned me out, because they made us quit everything and everything was canceled, and teaching yoga made me so happy. I absolutely loved it. And then the pandemic made everything close, and that made me really depressed too, because I literally studied my butt off. I got super high. I think I wanted to get like a perfect score in my tests. I was shooting for like perfect scores, and Chris is like, yoga's not about perfection. I'm like, I know, but I'm a nerd. Like, so I wanted to get every single anatomy question right and everything. I studied like crazy, and I only got like a couple wrong. I think I got like two or three. I saved my test. I still have it. I think I got like 97% or something. And I was like, damn it. But yeah, I studied like crazy. We had to do a practical, and then we had to do, and you know, like actually moving, teaching, everything. And then we had to do a written test. In the written test, I got 97%. And I think I just completely just passed the regular stuff too. I don't remember anything with my teaching problems. And then the studio was actually helping me find jobs, and I was teaching at, because I live in a tourist area, there's a place called Lake Naomi, and it's a bunch of like vacation rental homes and things. And I was teaching at, that was my favorite. I was teaching yoga on the beach there. They had a lake there, and I was doing yoga on the beach on, I think it was Wednesdays. Yeah. On Wednesdays. I remember like one of my favorite classes, there was a thunderstorm rolling in, and I had a pretty full class. And I was like, okay, we're going to go until it gets a little scary. And if I think it's too scary, we're going to get out of here, because you don't want to be on the beach. And we were surrounded by trees and woods, so it's just not safe. So you need to know, like, if you're going to teach outside. Luckily, from trail running and hiking and everything I do, I know like outdoor safety with weather. And I did not want to have a bunch of my students under trees if lightning was coming. So I was watching the storm rolling in. And I think we did about 30 minutes. I did a quick Shavasana, and then I'm like, okay, you need to go, get in your cars, go get out of here before we start. Because I could see like lightning bolts in the clouds. I'm like, yeah, we're done. But it was a cool class, and everybody loved it because there were like these thunder rumbles in the background. So we're doing yoga with like thunder rumbling in the background. It's pretty cool. And I taught community yoga at our like little township center on Saturday mornings. So there was like, I did a bunch of different and I filled in classes for people. Northampton Community College, they had yoga classes that you could take there. I filled in a couple of times for one of the teachers there. So I would sub for people too, which was really cool. And it was so fun. Absolutely loved it. Do I want to get back into it? Totally. So when I did that Cancel Me video, and I keep referring back to that because that was what really like snapped me out of, okay, for like 4 years now, I have just not been in a good place. I mean, I've been on YouTube and I've been doing this, and am I mostly happy? Yes, I'm mostly happy. Nobody's ever going to be like, if anybody says they're 100% happy all the time, you should worry about them. You need to like experience emotions, and you go through ups and downs and everything. Now I say it's okay to go through downs and sad times, and it's called shadow work also. Go through shadow work, and you do the things that are painful, and you face the things that are painful, because you can't heal from them if you just run away from them. But really, ever since COVID, I lost all my coping mechanisms that I had finally found and gotten in place and really got my life together. I was like, everything is finally going really, really well, and screeching halt, like so many people. Like that story you could repeat. As I said, I'm not like, woe is me, poor me. I came out of it relatively unscathed, but my mental health, and I shouldn't even say that. I mean, my struggle is valid. I'm going to rephrase this. My struggle is valid. My struggle is not the same as other people's struggles. I did not lose a generational family business. I did lose friends. People are not alive anymore who were with me before the pandemic. I did not get to go and see my mom and say goodbye to her because of it, which also really, again, sucked. A lot of crappy stuff happened. But then right after that, a lot of people were like, okay, I'm going to get back into life. Well, that's when my dogs, Trudy and Rusty first started going downhill. She was going to be 18 years old, but 10 months I did hospice for Rusty. It was 10 months of hospice. I would do it all over again, but I basically stayed home and took care of her for 10 months. Not everybody can do that. I was so lucky that I was able to do that. But that also came with challenges. Like, I couldn't leave and just go to Wawa and get a coffee. I couldn't just go out to eat. My husband and I couldn't go out to dinner without having a pet sitter come and stay with Rusty. I need to go check my P.O. box. I got a Northampton Community College leaflet flyer in my P.O. box. That's it. And I dusted out all the cobwebs. I don't even know why I'm keeping a P.O. box at this point anymore. It's very expensive, and that's all I've gotten in it lately. Although, I am going to film a friend mail later. It'll probably go up tomorrow. Wicked Awesome Lifestyles. Erica sent me a huge box of goodies. I don't know why. Unless she probably watched my cancel me video and felt bad for me, which is not the intent of that video, by the way. But like I said, I am learning things. Like, your struggle is valid. Just because I didn't lose a family business, just because it's not a competition, when bad things happen, it is not a competition. Like, oh, well, you survived this, and this, and oh, poor you just couldn't teach yoga and you couldn't go to the gym and you lost all your income and your jobs. And I mean, that was all my income, guys. All the stuff I did to make money, went away with COVID. And I had no interest in doing Zoom COVID. It even took forever for people to set that up. There were months that there was nothing. Nobody could do anything. My yoga studio was they were scrambling to try to figure out how to set up Zoom classes for yoga, and then how to let everyone know and have everyone sign up. And luckily everybody was on social media, because what the hell else did we have to do other than make sourdough bread? But anyway, I'm a very in-person, not hands-on, because you don't touch people in yoga teacher. Oh, okay. Side thing. If you go to a yoga class and people are touching you and laying their hands all over you without asking, that's bad. I was taught, and how I think all yoga teachers should be, you should say, do I have your consent to do an adjustment or to touch you? And that means, that could just mean taking your hand and lifting it like you're in Warrior. And I want your wrist a little bit higher. Or roll this shoulder a little bit back. So all I'm going to do is do this with 2 fingers. Shoulder back. Just a slight adjustment. But you still ask for consent. You just don't walk up to people and start grabbing them while they're in a yoga pose. I was taught that. That's very important. And also because people might have... Trauma is invisible. Someone might have a trauma response. If you come up and touch their neck, what if that person was in a DA, because I can't say that, a domestic situation where they were grabbed around the neck or something. You don't want to just touch people places that you don't know. Maybe someone was grabbed by the shoulder and it triggers a trauma response. So you have to ask for consent for these things when you're teaching. You don't just go grabbing people, especially if you're moving a leg or a thigh. Come on, that's, and I don't like to, we always taught like 1 finger, 2 finger. You don't need to be like grabbing people. So it's just something to look for. Like if you really want to find a really good considerate yoga teacher who I think has been taught really well, it's like go to somebody who has a lot of respect for your body and for unseen things like that. And again, you can say shoulder back a little bit if you can. If it's comfortable for you, roll your shoulder back. That's the best way to say is if it's comfortable for you, roll it. Because you don't want to say if you can. There shouldn't be a can and a can't, because again, like invisible things. What if somebody's had a shoulder surgery and you say, can you? And they'll be like, I can't. You say, if it's comfortable for you, can you move your shoulder back? So I just corrected myself. I'm not supposed to say if you can. If it's comfortable for you, roll your shoulder back slightly, palm up, blah, 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 whatever you're going to do. So I was thinking after that cancel me video was so important because I really had to get all this toxicity out of the last 4 years. And not just that, from my whole lifetime, but then I really had dealt with so much of it in 2016 to 2019. I was killing it at the gym, killing it running races, killing it doing ultra marathons, all the things, lifting weights, doing HIIT. I was in the best shape of my life. Had never been in that good a shape ever. And I had a couple little minor injuries that I was watching, like my left, behind my left knee, my tendon from doing ultra marathons is wonky. Before I started doing all that, I went to see a sports doctor because my right ankle, I do have a little bit of bone-on-bone action starting on the top front of my foot. And I was on meds for that, just pain meds. The steps he told me were pain meds, then shots, then surgery. I've been able to be off the pain meds for it. But it was when I was really overweight and out of shape that ankle hurts. Once I started running and I was in shape and I got weight off, it was so much easier because I'm not carrying all that weight on this ankle or on the tendon on my left leg. So I need to strengthen my legs and my knees, my ankles again. I'm thinking about doing a leg day today, just starting on a leg day. Monday, leg day. Just do it. I don't know if I want to do leg day today or not. So tomorrow morning, I have a dog groom at 9 in the morning, and it's a standard poodle. So I want to I'm thinking if I do legs, that'll probably be good. And then I think we're going to go to the gym on Wednesday. And then I think we're maybe going to go hiking on Thursday. So yeah, Allie has a gym membership at the same gym I have. And we were both oh my God. For the past years, 2-3 years, I've been I lost track of all my gym people too. Allie lost track of all her gym people. And we were we need to start being accountable. She said her doctor said she needs to lower her cholesterol. I'm let's go to the gym because we can hold each other accountable for this. So I told Allie, let's talk when I'm back from Michigan. And I have to give her so many big ups to Allie for messaging me on Saturday saying, we're going to the gym next week, right? She knew I was home and she's let's go. So accountability. And I'm yeah, let's go. Because I'm trying to think in the cancel me video I keep referring to, I said, I don't know how to find my way back to the happiness and where I was and how I was doing and how well I was doing in 2016 to 2019. It's taken me 4 years to figure out how do I get back to that, right? What's missing? There's things missing in my life. I have so much in my life that I'm so grateful for, but you know where you just feel something's missing and you have to figure out what it is. What do I need? Not what do I want, because I have more than I could ever want. I want for nothing, honestly. I really want for nothing. That's why I was saying, when I go to Ireland, I want the experience, but I don't want to come home with a bunch of stuff. I went to Michigan and there was a maker's market. There was this, on Mother's Day weekend, there was this whole art fair. Huge art fair. I bought myself a bar of soap. I bought treats for my dogs, and I bought myself a hat. And the hat I bought because that was my celebrating doing music again hat. And it's going to be in videos, and God willing, if we play live ever, I'm going to be wearing that hat. That is my band hat. It is my new era as a musician hat. And I love it. It's like it showed up. And it was like it was made for me. Also, I have a very tiny head. It might not look like it, but I can actually wear like little kids' hats almost because my head is so small. And I really have trouble finding hats that fit. I have a whole bunch of hats that I really should rehome because they're too big on me, and I move my head and it's like they spin the opposite way. They're huge. I can't wear them. I don't know why I'm holding on to them. I keep thinking I'll do a thing where maybe if I wear like a kerchief kind of thing over my head or a scarf, and then I could put on, it makes it fit tighter. But I don't know, then it looks weird. Maybe in my like 70s and 80s, I'll be like spooky old like lady and looking like Stevie Nicks wearing a big scarf and a poncho and a big hat, being all gothy. I don't know. But I know why I'm holding on to these. I really should let those go and go to new homes with people with bigger heads than mine. My head is too tiny. So there's this hat maker at the maker's market, and I saw this hat. I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's really expensive. I don't know. And I did save a lot of money because I'm not buying makeup and I'm not buying all this stuff. I made a joke to my husband when I got home. I go, how many boxes came when I was gone? 0. Well, 1, and it was a prescription. It was my estradiol, I don't know how you say it, my estrogen replacement, hormone replacement prescription, which I only take a 0.5 milligram every day. I don't even have to take it. My doctor told me I don't have to take it, but it helps with my hot flashes at night, which keep me up all night long. I've talked about that, and I can't sleep at all, and then I cry because I'm like sleep deprived because of the hot flashes. I would prefer to not take it at all, but nothing else. Trust me, I've tried all the stuff. You can suggest all the different things in the comments, but I've tried all of the supplements. I got a hysterectomy 11 years ago. Trust me, I've tried everything for hot flashes. Nothing works but taking a half. I only need a half of my tablets that he prescribed too. See, like a 0.5 milligram once a day, and I'm fine. Anyway, what else was I gonna say? So, things that I was missing, doing art, because I like doing content creation, but there's something else missing that it's just, I don't know. And doing makeup is fun, but it's so it's like transient. It's like it's on your face, you film it, you take pictures, and it's gone, which is very zen, and I love the zen quality of that. But, ooh, there goes a hawk. Stay away from my chickens. Just flew across the road. I love the zen quality of makeup. Like, you create a look, you create something, then you wash it off and it's gone forever. It's like the sand mandalas that the Buddhists make, and they make the big sand mandala and then they go and they wipe it away. They spend days and days and weeks and hours making these things, and they blow them or they wipe them away or they rake them away. And it's showing the impermanence of things, which I love that with makeup. But there's certain times where I want things to not be so impermanent, like doing a painting or creating music. So, therefore, I am doing different things now. I want to get back into painting as well. I am writing. I'm writing words. I'm writing lyrics. I'm writing poetry. And the biggest thing is just, I am in my driveway, is doing music again and working out. And I'm going to start like yoga and meditation soon too. Like, actually, I did meditate this morning. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. And I went to the dentist, and it's only 11:30. I've already gotten a bunch of stuff done. Animals taken care of, other than I just got to put feed out for my birds. Everything else is done. My laundry's all done. Now I'm just doing spring cleaning laundry, very late spring cleaning, because it's not, I swear, it's going to be, I was looking, Memorial Day weekend, it's like 46 degrees here at night. I hope that has changed. The last time I looked, it was like 46 degrees at night. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, what else? Where was I going with all this? Anyway, finding things, finding my way. I'm going to call this vlog Finding My Way. Finding My Way Home. So I'm excited just to be wearing workout clothes, and then I'm going to the gym. Pocono Honey Lip Balm. I love this. This is from Pocono Soap. I can't, my lips on the right side are not working, by the way. It's not working very well. I'm going to text Allie. I'm going to water my birds, and we are going to get ready to go to the gym. I may report back and talk about my workout, but I don't want this to be too terribly long. I don't know. We'll see. I may do a long one today, but I'm going to do a friend unboxing tomorrow from Erica's thing that she sent me. Wicked awesome. But yeah, just remember, no matter how bad things are, feel all the feelings. Feel sad, cry, throw things, break stuff, whatever. Well, don't break anything, you can't fix. Emotionally break stuff. Find a way, punch a pillow, get a punching bag, do something like that. Get all the toxic bad feelings out, and then you need to clear the road to see what is my path now. Where am I going? I really have needed to clear a lot of stuff out mentally to see, like, where am I going? And I know where I want to be. That's the thing that kills me. I can see it, and I know where I want to be. The thing that makes it easier is I've already done it once, and I've been there before, so I know I can do it again. And it's just been the motivation for me. And it's always, it's always something. I could actually title this, It's Always Something, too. It's always something. Is that a better title than Finding My Way? It's always something. Because it was like, first it was the pandemic, then it was Rusty getting sick, then it was Trudy doing hospice for Trudy after that, and then things were a little bit better, and then Dude became diabetic. Dude was diabetic for a while, and then Dude just passed away this year. And I'm like, well, I have no excuses now. I really have no excuses. My dogs, knock on wood, they're all doing well. And when one isn't, again, I will work it out. I will figure it out, because I do have a couple of seniors in the house. So lots of good things happening. Allie wants to go hiking as well. So we're going to take our dogs and hike together. And I know all the trails around here. So it'll be nice too, because I'll be easing into getting back into trail running and ultra marathons. I'm going to ease into it with the trail hiking with Allie. So I'll go to the gym 2 to 3 days a week with Allie. We'll hike, we'll kayak. The other days I'll be actually probably running, like working on my running skills and getting back into that. If people ask me what I'm missing the most right now, it's running, doing races and running. It makes me so happy. Can't explain it. Doing music. I miss painting and drawing. But in the meantime, like, doing music and writing words is like more than enough. I'm super happy with that. And playing bass again. I really miss playing bass. I do want to record that unboxing. And it's funny, I ordered from Notoriously Morbid makeup. I ordered something way back in the beginning of March that just got here. I think it was like March 4th was my order date. And I talked about Notoriously Morbid before. They do handmade makeup, so they take like a couple of months to get your stuff. They're pre-orders, and then it takes a while to get it because they're handmade. I did actually do an unboxing video of some Notoriously Morbid. I can't talk because of the numb mouth. And something else that I got, and I never posted it. I recorded it the day before I think the night before I posted the Cancel Me video. And it was really frustrating. I still don't know if I want to post that video, my unboxing, or not. Because I feel like it's going backwards. I was like, oh, I'm not really, I am going to do makeup, you guys. I don't hate makeup. I mean, I hated makeup the day I recorded the Cancel Me video. And I don't hate makeup. I hate people who ruin makeup for those of us who love it. Is that a better way to say that? I hate bad companies who make you love them and do shitty things, and then you feel guilty using your makeup from them. Or you feel like you're going to be judged if you use it. Because, like, how dare you use that makeup by this brand that sucks? And it's like, well, I'm sorry. I spent, like, hard-earned money on that. And I can't just throw it away. I am a big believer in reduce, reuse, recycle. I do not, like, if I use stuff until it absolutely dies and wears out. And I'm letting things go so I can bring all this new stuff back in. That being said, new stuff, going to the gym. I've said goodbye about 100 times, and I keep thinking of things I want to add. But so I don't know if I'm going to do this. I don't even know if I'm going to film unboxing the Notoriously Morbid. I might just use it sometime in the future, because I just really, if I do unbox it, it's going to be talking about why I don't really want to do that stuff so much anymore. But Nobody wants to hear that, do you? Or do you? I don't know. I mean, I'd rather just do some makeup and do like shop my stash, get ready with me, whatever. And it's not going to be reviews. I'm not buying anything to review anymore. I'm just going to use stuff I have. I'm not going to let it go to waste. But right now, just with everything going on and getting kind of into the workout thing and all that, I don't want to wear makeup. Go to the gym. I'm going to sweat. I'm not wearing makeup today. No. But I will film my gift opening from Erica because I can't wait to see what it is. And I do hope I can do Hampton Beach in August. So manifesting all the finances so that I can get a place in Hampton and just invite everyone to come to Hampton. Bye for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye. Okay, I lied. Now I'm doing a little bit of a vlog just because look how cute my headband is. Except for my camera's like way the hell down here. Anyway, it is 12:52. Allie and I made a plan to meet at the gym at 1, and we are driving separately because both of us have errands to run after. I have not been shopping since I got back from Michigan last Thursday, and I was out of everything before I left. My poor husband, just went to the store and grabbed whatever he needed. Oh my God. The night before Mother's Day, the Saturday night before Mother's Day weekend before last, he got food poisoning because he went to the grocery store just to get something to eat. He bought a frozen dinner, a P.F. Chang's frozen dinner that was beef and broccoli. Clearly, it thawed out somewhere along the supply chain and they refroze it, and my husband got mega food poisoning from it. And he said it's nothing else it could have been. He said as soon as he finished it, he started feeling sick. And he said he was so sick, it took him 2 or 3 days to fully get over it. And I'm like, why did you eat that prepared crap? He could have gotten a salad or some, I don't know. He could have gotten anything else. I don't know why he bought a frozen dinner, honestly. I mean, he needs to learn how to cook is all there is to it. We are with this health journey thing. I have good news. I am only about a pound and a quarter pounder. I'm a quarter pounder away. No, I'm a pound and a quarter away from my first goal weight, which is to just be under 200 pounds. I know I don't look like I'm 200 pounds, guys. I was well over 200 pounds, and I'm about to be under 200 this week. So I'm very excited about that. The lowest I got to was 196. And again, I know I don't look like it, but I used to be a bodybuilder. I did really hardcore bodybuilding years ago, right before I met my hubby. I was borderline going to go into competition bodybuilding. I was completely shredded. I had the six-pack. I had the whole thing. Also, when I was doing ultra marathons, I had a full six-pack. Drop in picture here. No, I won't, but I do have pictures of me with my six-pack in 2017. Yes, I had a six-pack. Now I have a beer gut, and I don't even drink beer. So that's what really sucks. I have all the fatness with none of the enjoyment. You know what sucks? When you're out of shape or overweight or fat or whatever, and you don't even eat bad food and you don't drink. Your metabolism just sucks. It's just not fair. I mean, I think if I'm going to be fat, at least shouldn't I be enjoying tons of bad food or drinking a bunch of beer or something? And I'm not a beer person really, but there are beers I like. I mean, shouldn't I be enjoying something to be this fat? But no, I'm just fat. And I'll tell you why. I have never had this problem so much as since I got my hysterectomy 11 years ago. Once you get a hysterectomy, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me and the worst thing. It's the best thing in that for 11 years, I have had no periods. I have had no cramps. I have had no endometriosis problems. All of that is gone. So that's all good. The bad thing is, without the hormones, I'm getting text messages coming in. Probably, I texted Allie, I'm on my way. The bad thing is, without all the hormones and everything, your metabolism just tanks. And that also happens as you're getting older. So, I mean, even if I didn't have the hysterectomy, I'd probably be dealing with menopause bullshit. And honestly, the best thing ever to happen to me was hysterectomy at like 43 years old. Or 43 or 44, whatever. 11? Or is it 12 years? Wait, 11 years. Oh my God. Okay. Workout done, y'all. I'm so excited. Sorry, so I was in the middle of recording and my friend Jamie called. And he was telling me like he's not working out until later this week because he's going to be doing landscaping and yard work. So I'm at the, like, right when I was in the middle of talking to you guys recording, I'm sorry, it just kind of cut off. He called me. We were there about an hour and 20 minutes. We did 20 minutes of warm up and just walking on the treadmill, just kind of warming up a little bit. And then we did leg day. So day one at the gym was friggin' leg day. And it was so fun. I actually got to work with my friend Allie and kind of train her. And it's interesting because I was talking about being a yoga instructor earlier and how I had to learn to work with people who have like challenges or previous injuries. Well, Allie had a hip replacement and Allie also has a bad ankle and a lot of other problems. So my brain is still working. The brain is still working. I remember all my training from Chris and yoga teacher training and anatomy because we were doing deadlifts and we were doing leg extensions. We were doing adductors and abductors. And I was telling her, I knew, I was like, okay, this is going to be challenging on your hip. Don't do any weight. Just do the movement, see how it feels. And, you know, and it went really well. We had a really good workout. I am a good kind of sore, and I treated myself to a vegan protein shake, which I usually don't do because I have the stuff at home to make these. But I decided I'd treat myself. This is an orange dreamsicle. So it's really good. It's vanilla and orange, and it tastes like one of those little popsicle pop-up thingies. It's really tasty. Now I'm at the grocery store because I have to see if they have Casper's food here. I bought him this food in Michigan, and he loves it. And now I'm like, it's fresh pet. But now I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to try to find it here. So that's interesting. Love that for me. So yeah, I am going to try to find his food here, and I'm backing in. Pardon me while I try to back in here very carefully between a Kia and a whatever the heck this other little guy is, a Corolla. I have a big ass Jeep, and yes, I'm backing in, and I don't care. This guy on the motorcycle can just freaking wait. Sorry, dude. I do not want to try to back my Jeep out of this parking lot. I know from previous incarnations in this parking lot. Okay, so I'm running in the grocery store. I don't know if I'm going to talk anymore, but I just want to tell you guys I did my workout. We did 20 minutes on the 20 minutes to warm up, and then we did our leg day. So we did goblet squats. I showed Allie how to do Bulgarian split squats, but those are very advanced, and with her hip, I'm like, don't even do this. She couldn't do standing calf raises because Allie is like so short. She's like 4 foot something, and the calf raise thing doesn't even go low enough for her. We've discovered an issue. Anyway, so she doesn't need the calf raises. It's fine. But we did leg extensions. We did leg presses. We did all kinds of stuff. It was good. I did deadlifts. I love deadlifts. We did goblet squats because those are kind of easier for her. So we did barbell goblet squats. If you know, might not know what any of this is. Anyway, if you don't know, I used to do heavy, hardcore bodybuilding, like I was saying. So it felt so, I'm in such a good mood. Oh my God, I'm sore, but in a good way. Having my protein shake. Now I'm about to run in this grocery store, do a little bit of shopping, and have my little, look, it's my grocery bag, one of them. Anyway, I'm going into the grocery store to do what I need to do here. I need to see if they have Casper's food. And then I'm getting home. And I will see you guys either in this vlog some more or tomorrow. Either way. But it's a good day. It was a good day. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. It is now 3:33 in the afternoon. I am still going. Okay, and now I'm going into the grocery store. Okay, so bye for now, maybe until tomorrow. If not, I'll see you soon. Either way, thanks for watching. I got all my grocery shopping done. I bought pretty much all fruits and veggies. I got some fish and some shrimp for my husband. But I am pretty much going back to vegan again. Vegan, vegetarian. I'm trying to do vegan. I was vegan for years and years. Again, what made me quit being vegan? Being depressed in 2020. I was like, screw it. I just started eating donuts and cookies and all kinds of crap, and I just didn't give a shit. Anyway, those days are over. It is a new week. It is a new month. I feel so good after my workout, even though I'm tired. Like I said, I got up at 5:30 this morning. I took out the trash, and I was going to go back to bed, but I stayed awake. I stayed up. I got things done around my house. My hubby came up, and he was like, it's the first time ever my husband came upstairs before work and hung out in the kitchen with me for a good 10 or 15 minutes before he went to work today, which was actually a really nice change in our life, I have to say. That was a very, very, very nice change. I don't think we've ever done that. Well, if he goes into work really late, maybe, but this is the first time he's come upstairs with Casper. Casper slept downstairs with my hubby. He was sleeping downstairs. I got up at 5:30 and went and put the garbage in the recycling out. I did not want to put it out last night because bears. The bears have not been around, but I don't want to tempt them. Let's not tempt fate. My ears popped going up the hill again. They're going to pop again going up my hill. And I am just in time for all the school buses, but that is okay because I have to finish my protein shake, which is now super melty, but that's good. Jeez, bug. Suicidal bugs jumping at my windshield. So, yeah, I've got this to finish up. I am not even hungry, which is good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to go to the gym, and I got this. I was going to buy one for Allie, and she's like, I don't know. I'm like, you got to start drinking your protein shakes. And then I told her, we went to Tractor Supply together afterwards because we both had to stop there. I told her, I'm like, oh my God, make sure you drink your water. She's like, oh. She kind of rolled her eyes. And I'm like, you got to drink your water. You'll feel better. Drink your water. Hydrate. We just did a lot of weights. And she said, I know the lactic acid buildup. She's been through a lot of physical therapy with her hip replacement and ankle surgery and foot. Oh my God. I just remembered years ago I was driving her down to Allentown for her doctor checkups. I totally forgot about that when she had surgery on her ankle. But anyway, I have a gym buddy now, you guys. I am so excited. I took a picture of myself day one. Now, what's really funny is Allie is really small. She's like 4'10" or something. I don't even know if she's 4'10". She's got to be like 4'7". I mean, she's really small. I look like I am like towering over her. She comes up to like my shoulders practically. And she was talking about what her goal weight was, and I'm like, I would never get down that low. So she was guessing how much I weigh, and she's like, you do not look like you weigh 200 pounds. And I'm like, I know. And I'm going to drop a picture in. For accountability's sake, I'm doing it day one at the gym. And I know everybody's going to go, there's no way you weigh 200 pounds. I assure you, I weigh 201.4 pounds. I weighed myself this morning, and that was with no clothes and no shoes. 201.4. Now, keep in mind, I am very muscular. I've been bodybuilding since my 20s, off and on. I was, like I said, I was an ultra runner. I have never been, the skinniest I was 115 pounds, and I had an ED, and I was very sickly. And then I got down to 125, and that was when my friend Jamie said that he had very serious people with addiction problems who looked healthier than me, and told me I better eat something, and that he was worried about me. So I was down to like 125. I was really skinny back in like, I want to say 1998, 1999-ish. And no, 1999 and 2000. He's like, you are too skinny. I was like, no, I was about 130, 135 then. So I ended up, like a healthy weight for me is about 140 pounds. At 140 pounds, I am a size 5 to 7. True story. That's what I was in 2017. I was wearing a size 7. I sometimes would fit in a size 5, but very rarely. It just depended on the fit and what it was. And it was 140 pounds. But I am Russian and Polish, and I am built like a brick shit house. I have very big muscles. I have very big legs. I probably could have been a professional bodybuilder. When I worked out at the gym in my 20s, well, actually it was like my 20s into my early 30s, people would come up to me outside the gym and ask me if I was a professional bodybuilder. And I'm like, no, I mean, I never wanted to go the competition route because that's when it gets unhealthy. That's when you get into that, like doing steroids and starving yourself and roid rage. No, I'm not here for that. I am all natural. I do not need to do all that. And that, they would like the people going into a competition. It is just, I don't care about that. I just want to do it for me. I'm not doing it I compete with no one but myself. No shade to people who compete in fitness competitions, but everybody's bodies are so different. And fitness competitions, there have been plenty of documentaries talking about how unhealthy those are. This is the longest outro in the world. I just realized I was going to do an outro and I keep talking. Okay, I think this might be a separate video. Maybe I'll put this up tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm almost home. I'm going to say goodbye because I got to unload this stuff. I got to check on my birds again. I got a lot of stuff to do. And I got to record my unboxing for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I have a client at 9 a.m. I am going to try to work out tomorrow, even though Allie is not available tomorrow, but I'm probably going to try to go for a run, I think. So, yeah, I think I'm going to try to go for a run because Allie doesn't run, and I really want to run. I did a sprint on the treadmill, and it felt so good. So I kind of want to, go for a run on the treadmill tomorrow. So I think I'm going to work with my client, get my client 9 o'clock, get bada bing, bada boom done. I'll get up early again, get everything done, get to the gym, get home. I'll have the whole rest of the day free tomorrow. Wednesday is a gym day again, and there go my groceries, and getting my Jeep roof on, so my roof rack. So I'm very excited about that. I'm driving in the back because I have to go check on my chickies. So I'm going to go drive around the back. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Squirrelies. Don't want to hit a squirrel. They're running through my yard. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Again and again and again. Bye, 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 bye.